Hello, Screamers. How we doing today? Welcome to another episode of Scream Kingz. We missed you guys. The time has come for what we've been waiting for. We've been waiting to dig into is Scream 6 pre-show before we've seen it collectively. And I'm TaMon Kane. You can find me at TaMon Kane on Twitter, Facebook, Twitch, Instagram, all those places. Go ahead. I'll totally confirm. And I'm here with my amazing kings. Hey, Michael.
Hey, TaMon. Hey, Jeremy in the comments.
Hey, Jeremy.
This is Mike. You can find me at ThackerayBanks86 on Twitter and Instagram, and also in a horror podcast with Bobby over here. People Under the Scares, a horror movie podcast. We're experts.
Yes.
And below me is Mark.
Oh.
Hello, Mark.
Oh.
I thought we were like, hello, everybody. Welcome back to, like I said, Ambitious Screams. I'm Marco Estes. I am happy to be
Just breaking
Hey,
up.
Mark. We just want to let you know that we love you, but your internet is not happening right now, and you've been frozen for like 30 seconds, and you sound like a character from Star Wars. Hi, everybody in the comments. We love you. We're going to jump right to Bobby. We'll come back to you, Mark. I promise.
Star Wars.
Not Star Wars. Hey, everybody. I'm Bobby Torvaz. Also, what Mike said here. People Under the Scares podcast. Also, Bobby Likes to Spook You on the YouTube. Alter Tapes, and you can find me here as well. And I'm just excited to be here, y'all.
I'm just so excited. Why are you excited, Bobby? That's a nice word.
Oh no, because it's been a while since we've done this, and then also we're like, our name is called Scream Kingz, and it's like an exciting time right now because we're talking about Scream 6. So I mean, I don't know. I'm happy. That's it.
I am too. I put this on Twitter, but the horror community is on fire right now. The energy in social media for those who are on social media, because a lot of us have gotten off in the last couple of weeks due to spoilers and leaks. But for those who are on social media and watching television, we know that the energy is just super high. I was out 4 a.m. and we were at a restaurant, and the trailer came on Scream, and I was like, "Oh my god, yes, it's everywhere."
Can we backtrack 4 a.m? Where were you at?
I was at a restaurant. I was at a restaurant.
4 a.m.
Yeah.
Waffle House?
No, it's this place. Oh, it's this place called, shout out to Spanky's Catfish and Chicken in Decatur. They stay open at 4 a.m. They have an amazing food. So that's where me and my friends were at late at night. Looking for snacks.
Thank you.
No.
Maybe try going out and coming back in.
Yeah. Maybe go into a bedroom instead of the living room in your huge mansion. Maybe take that mansion. No, that was great.
You sounded great right there.
Yeah, you did sound clear. But no, we don't see you moving. Excuse me, people in the comments and who's watching. We are having some technical difficulties. Give us just a moment to clear up Mark's screen, and we'll be fine. But
yeah. Well, hi everybody. Hi, Walter. Hi, Random Knees. Hi, Germ.
Hey, Germ.
Hey, Walter. That's my friend, y'all. That's my friend.
Hey, Walter.
Hey, Walter. We heard about you.
How you doing, Walter? We heard all about it.
I'm joking.
I'm not.
I'm gonna go on the record and say I've been not hearing no damn spoilers tonight. I'll be hot. I will exit out of this real quick if I hear one spoiler come out of somebody's mouth.
Are you talking to the panel?
Everybody, the collective.
The collective. Y'all heard that? No spoilers in the comments, and of course,
please.
We wouldn't give any spoilers here. The spoilers come next week, guys. So keep it really nice. We don't want to block people. We don't want to do that.
Did y'all hear that? Hello?
Say something.
Yeah. I can hear you. It's a little low, but I can hear you.
I hear you.
Hello?
There we go.
Okay. Okay, Germ. Look,
He's
I've been
already
told
lying
to.
on me.
I've been told to like keep you in check tonight. So
Ooh.
Please.
We know Walter. We know all about you, Walter.
Right? Bye, TaMon.
but but I did have to when everybody premiered. If y'all can still hear me, do something. Say y'all can't hear me, but earlier this week I did have to mute a lot of people after they got the free access to go see the movie. Like people came out of it like immediately. I think as soon as the movie went off and started like tweeting their reactions and stuff. So there's a lot of people who've been put on mute. I'm not naming no names.
Oh, that's why you didn't respond to my tweet. I see you.
Oh, me too. I get it.
I'm messing with you.
Wait,
Mark.
hold up, time out. No, I know you playing me, Bobby. Hold up, time out. You seen the movie?
The movie releases on Friday, so
Mark, I think we are the ones who don't know what's going on here.
what else is new?
Bitch.
You old bitch. I swear to
Yeah,
God.
yeah. What's up? Let's do this already. So we're gonna jump right into Mark, who I think is a key witness or something because he blocked out his picture and his voice is different. I don't know what's happening, but we're gonna jump right into what we're screaming about. Is it posted?
Yes, I see it.
Yeah, awesome. Who wants
No
to start?
sound effect? I missed
No
the
sound
screen.
effect. I was really looking for it.
Yeah.
I'll start. I am looking forward to season 2 of From and season 2 of Yellow Jackets. So to me, those are two of the best shows that came out last year, some of them, and I'm really looking forward to those. From is like Lost and Salem's Lot mixed in together a little bit, and Yellow Jackets is just I don't want to say anything. That's just a good time. So check those out if y'all have not, so y'all can be ready in the next month or so.
I haven't seen a single episode of Yellow Jackets. I hear people talk about it. I know Mindy Meeks.
Mm-hmm.
That's right.
She's in the Yellow Jackets.
Jasmine Savoy Brown.
Yeah, I know she's in there, but haven't seen it. But you're saying it's worth the watch.
It is. They are definitely worth the watch. Two of the best shows of last year. I think Stranger Things up there. I guess technically Interview with the Vampires last year. So I would conclude that as well.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
I agree with you. I love Yellow Jackets.
Ooh. Mark, are you watching it?
Not yet.
All right, they're talking about in the comments. They say Yellow Jackets is a wild ride. It's set in the past and the present, right?
Yes.
Mhm.
Yes, it is.
Okay. I don't know too much of the premise, so I'll just go in blind.
It's a plane crash show.
Oh, like what's it called? Lord of the Flies situation going on.
You know what? Somewhat Lord of the Flies. Technically, I guess a little Lost too.
Ooh.
Yeah.
Shining Bells, so random, did get renewed for season 2. Thank you.
Now, is this good or is it just because
it is good? No, it's good.
I
Even
think
though I
it's
watched
because of
everything she's
Disney.
in. What'd you say, Mark?
It's because of Courtney.
Oh no, I thought you said something, but no, it's actually. I'm sorry, Mark. I love you. You know that, but no, Shining Bell was actually pretty good. It was funny and it's sort of scary too. It's like a comedy horror, a comedy horror. That's what it is.
Horror comedy.
Yeah, thank you. Horror comedy. Yeah, that'll work.
Well, what y'all screaming about? What y'all watching or want to watch?
I am screaming about I Know What You Did Last Summer being brought back to us. I don't know if everyone knows that, but they recently talked about coming back, and I think Jennifer and Freddie are either in talks or they already said yes. So that's going to be super exciting to see them. But why wouldn't bring them back when you have all these other ones that are thriving? Halloween, Scream. I guess that's the only ones. Oh, Evil Dead soon too. So yeah, they deserve.
Yeah.
I like it. Bring the older people back. Bring them back.
Mark, I have this really cool idea to how to bring Helen Shivers back. And I know that will make you happy.
We discussed it.
We did.
We discussed it. We
did.
discussed it. I had so much fun with it.
It's just a dream sequence.
Okay, I'm about to say she was dead, guys. Like, dead.
She's super.
Does she deserve a dream sequence?
Yeah, she does. See, you said you was gonna be good tonight, Mike, and you already started.
I asked the question.
He asked a simple question, Mark. It's okay. He can do that.
Okay.
It's okay.
I'm sorry. Okay,
Mark,
I'm
take a sip.
Okay.
Take a sip.
Patrick,
I don't have anything. I'm taking stress pills, y'all. I'm okay.
I would love for
I'm
Carla
fine.
to return, Patrick. Yes, I would love to see Brandy back in the.
She goes to Julie.
World.
She is not coming back.
That part.
I bet you she did. I bet you she did.
Black Twitter's not having it. Black Twitter's like, if she's not anything part of it, they don't want any part of it.
I would like to see her come back. And Brandy's been doing a lot more acting recently, so I would like to see her.
And she's in a new horror movie coming out.
Mm-hmm. Exactly.
24, whatever they call it. Yeah. I don't
What's
know
it
the
called?
premise. I don't really know. I don't know the premise. I don't know anything about it.
We just know that she's in a new horror movie coming out.
And the same people who did Maxine and X and Pearl.
Ty West?
No, the production company.
A24?
A24?
Yeah. A24 is doing it.
Okay.
So that could be interesting. Let's see.
Brandy is grown. She don't need her mama to come in and do anything else.
Well, I'm screaming about the announcement for Dead by Daylight movie.
Ooh, yeah, true.
So I'm excited about that. I always wanted to know how Dead by Daylight would be in the movie. And we're finally getting it, and I'm excited for it. I want to know how it's all going to turn out, because obviously all of us here are fans. We play often, so I want to know who would they use, what characters would they going to use, what villains they're going to use. Is it going to be like a Jumanji type thing where people sucked into the game and they gotta, like, I don't know. I'm just curious about the whole thing.
I like that Jumanji idea.
Yeah,
I think that's cool, and I think
it's hard.
The top 5, whoever those characters in the top 5, which I know Claudette is one of those characters. So.
Oh yeah, she better be on there.
She better be on
Issa?
And they need to
And
cast
guess
Issa.
what? Yes, Issa. Yes, we go cast Issa, right?
This is how we get Issa. Yes.
All right, so I blame Brother Ghoulish Ryan for starting that rumor, because he was the one that brought it to all our attentions that Claudette looks like Issa, and now I can't get it out of my head. But yes,
Issa needs to
Issa
do
right.
horror. She needs to do horror. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's her. That needs to be her next thing, or it can be. That's not okay. That's never mind. Who was in that movie? I think she was a teacher, but it was about zombies.
Lupita.
Lupita. Oh, Little Monsters.
Yeah, that's what it's called.
I was a little disappointed in that, but yeah.
Should I watch it?
No, there's no carnage really. There's no.
It's a fun comedy horror.
It's they/them. That's basically what that is.
I didn't watch that because you guys said no.
I wouldn't go that far and say it's they/them. You tried it.
Ain't none of the kids died. Oh wait.
TaMon, watch. It's not horror, but it's a fun movie. Give it a try. You might like it.
Yikes.
Don't let this one up here tell you.
I'm just saying, if I'm watching zombies, I want a massacre. I don't want no cutesy whatever was going on in that.
Yikes. Hey, Creed,
Mark.
in the comments. It's good to see you. Critical Overlord.
What I'm screaming about, can I do 2?
Sure.
First is The Black Guy Dies First by Mark H. Harris and Dr. Robert Means Coleman. I suggest everybody on this panel read this, and everybody in the comments, if y'all can hear me. I'm still reading it, but it's still informative. They even have a section about Black gay horror, or history about Black gay horror, so very proud of that. Other thing I'm screaming about is The Blackening.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, Juneteenth. That's what we've been waiting for. Yeah, that was a good one, Mark.
Yes, I saw the trailer finally, and I was like, I'm here. Can I buy my tickets? You know, do I need to go ahead and reserve my seat now? So, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a fun weekend. I may plan something around it. That sounds fun.
Yeah, good food, some spades and
Well,
a
it's
good
summertime,
part will be on
yes.
Juneteenth. Yeah,
Mhm.
we got to show up and show out.
Yeah, y'all know ain't nobody paying attention to no movie while Spades is going on.
Not at all. It's definitely background noise.
Yeah. I
We
know that.
can't
I
do
don't
a
even know how
gaming
to play.
channel because TaMon likes to play games on Dead by Daylight. He likes to act like he's doing shit, but he really ain't. And then he tells everybody else they ain't doing shit. So
All right,
we got to
so
work
we had
on
this
that.
discussion before. I always have TaMon's back on this because TaMon, he's really helpful, at least to me.
TaMon does.
He's giving strategy.
Thank you. I do all of that, and I coach. I give strategy. I'm running around saving people. I have a series on Twitter that I'm calling Final Girls Boot Camp. I released a video not too long ago of how to evade your chase. You should watch
Yes,
it.
he evades by dragging the damn killer nearby you so you get taken out. That's what he does.
No, that's not true, and that's not fair. That's definitely not fair. Bobby, help do something.
Pull up the clips. Where's the clip?
No, I agree, and like I can tell what each one of y'all do. Mike, you take forever to get me off the hook when I'm on there, but you do.
Wait.
Mark, you don't get me off the hook. You stay focused on that generator and be the last one to survive and find your way out that exit.
I assess the situation. It's not that I take too
It doesn't
long.
take a whole match to assess.
Might wait until I'm on my second strike on that hook before he gets me off.
If I ask y'all where the killer's at and y'all don't say nothing, I'm assuming he's right there.
I tell y'all, I'd be like, look, he's right over there. Hurry up. But whatever.
Michael,
yes.
That's slander about me and Dead by Daylight. I would like a public apology. In fact, the next time that we play, whenever that is, we can post the video. We can see people's performance.
We absolutely can do that.
That's why you're always in last place. You don't do generators. You don't get people off.
I do generators, but then you bitches be like, "Oh, come get me, come get me," and then I gotta run and get y'all. And then what happens? I got helping y'all asses, and then y'all survive. That's what happens.
Final girl, it's that final girl energy. You just don't have it. And
it's that Sydney shit. It's that Sydney shit. I'm telling y'all. It's that Sydney shit. I hope Gail gets it
right here.
hard tomorrow.
That's why Mark is quiet, because Mark be the only one surviving because he's the only one focused. We getting slashed the fuck up. TaMon's trying to help. Mike's trying to help. Mark is just focused on that gen, and then we all get sliced the fuck up, and there go Mark exiting.
I apologize for taking us down this path. That's what I apologize for.
No, it's not. I get my ass killed a lot, making sure y'all get out.
In the beginning, but now you know what you're doing.
It's a setup. It's all of it's actually a setup. And what better way to bring this? The press guy. Wow.
Thank you, Patrick.
Is that your friend?
Strategy. That's actually.
He is
wait
now.
a minute.
Patrick is now.
Wait
a minute. Hold up. Wait a minute. Now, Patrick, he said he wasn't gonna. Don't get Mike in trouble tonight. He said it's gonna be good tonight. Okay.
All right. Listen, the people know.
Truth, Mike, speak your truth.
The people know.
No, they don't. Yukata. Everybody.
Yutaka, what's up?
Yutaka, what's up?
Yutaka.
I am a Sydney.
Not I. Not I. 6 movies.
Listen, there's only one real bad girl, but we're not going to get into that.
All right, next subject. We got like 40 minutes.
How do we feel? That what a great way to bring it. Thank you. Our next subject is. Oh, can we? Hold on one second.
Let's finish it out.
A Sydney-less Scream, right? So Sydney has been in all of the Scream movies except for this one, and for the first 4, she was, primarily the lead in each one of those. In the 5th one, she was auxiliary, and in this one, she had this whole debate about not getting paid what she was deserved to be in the film, and she opted not to be a part of Scream 6. How do we feel about that? Do we think that that's going to be impactful to the story? Do we feel that's going to be impactful just to the brand of Scream itself to see Sydney Prescott Kincaid gone?
I'll let you
Let's start with you, Sydney.
I'm upset But I can deal with it. I understand her reasoning and I stand by her decision. But on the creative front, how many times can Ghostface come after Sydney before she be like, you know what, I'm gonna just take my own self out this equation?
Facts.
And I told everybody at the end of last year of Scream 5 when she sat there and told
Sam.
Sam, because I was about to say the girl's real name, Alyssa, when she sat there and told Sam, like she pretty much told Sam, this is your story now.
She passed the torch.
She's like, here, I'm about to go back and have a Chardonnay with Mark, and we're gonna live our lives in peace. And it makes sense for Gail to be there because Gail, she's the chronicler. I probably pronounced it wrong. She's the chronicler or the curator of Ghostface's bullshit. So it makes sense for her to be there because if they can't find Sydney, she's the next person they're gonna find. And I feel like they'll be able to find Gail first before they'll be able to find Sydney.
You know, Sydney has this thing about being locked away on a ranch. Somebody's gonna call CP. Listen, those girls. She has a whole husband.
I told you.
See,
there is
Patrick, why are you doing this?
You know what? I'm not convinced that Mike hit up most of these people.
I'm going to say that.
What? Because everybody is
all at once.
All at once.
Sense. I'm sorry. They have sense.
Thank you, Vanessa.
They have sense.
Do I have to bring out my? Do I have to bring out my? Pull an MC Deb and bring out my daughter? Because y'all don't want me to bring her out.
Who that?
Germ. Do I got to bring you out?
He don't. No, not yet. Next time.
Not the secret weapon.
So yes, I do agree with you that as far as a story goes, that it doesn't make sense to continually bring Sydney Prescott into the narrative unless it's going to be some cool storyline that puts her in the front of the story, but also makes the other characters who we are going to love and grow closer to it's their story too, right? So like a plot line to kill any survivor. That's a plot where Sydney could actually be a part of the movie, but it's still, you know, primarily about the original cast.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
I think it's an opportunity to allow the franchise to grow.
Right.
Yeah. I think it's rather boring to keep bringing her back and then don't do anything with her. If it has nothing to do with her, don't even bring her back unless you're going to kill her. That's just the way I feel about it.
Patrick.
You can't keep bringing her back.
TaMon.
Scream is better than Sydney Prescott. It's better than just one character.
TaMon, do you want to have anything to say about that? Okay.
One moment.
Oh, what I hate the Scream franchise because.
Okay.
That's interesting though, because most people like it. So I'm curious.
That's interesting.
Why?
You know, you're like the second person that I've met in the last couple of weeks that said they don't understand the franchise. I talked to this one guy and he said that he liked the first three and he couldn't finish part 4.
That
makes sense.
But I wonder why. Like, I get the beginning of part 4 with that whole weird ass opening, but like everything about part 4, like I don't know. Like I enjoyed it. It's still a Scream. Like I mean,
I think it was more Scream than Scream 3.
Yeah, like I got
it was,
that. And I watched it recently, and like, and I love Scream 3. But part 4 was definitely more Scream than Scream 3.
It's Sydney. I'm telling y'all, it's fucking Sydney. If Sydney were not in 4, it would be a better movie. Because y'all wasting time bringing her up here for no reason.
No, I don't think so. And this is me being objective, Mike. Like, I don't think, like, her story technically did end in the third one, right? We get it. That was Maureen's storyline, which is all about Sydney. And then in the fourth one, it was supposed to be that bridge point to sort of pass the torch. And that was an interesting way to send Sydney off for the book tour, which I thought was good. We were back in Woodsboro. But unfortunately, we didn't get the planned sequels that we were going to get, which would have took Sydney completely out of it. The original Scream 5 was about Gail. And the original Scream 6, I don't know what that was going to be. But no, Scream 6 was about Gail. Scream 5 was about Jill and Kirby.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I agree with you. I love Sydney to pieces, but if we want the franchise to grow and get some new ground, yeah, we're gonna have to get some new blood. And I think Jenna Ortega is doing a really good job as pushing that new final girl energy that she has.
But all right, so this is something that me and Jerm talked about, and we actually agreed on. So in the comments, don't be shady or don't act like you didn't say it. But are we really here for Jenna Ortega, or did we just like her performance in that opening, and that's why we all kind of like living for her, because she is in a lot of horror and stuff now. But if you really watch that movie, she wasn't really like in it. If you
she wasn't active in it, but I think that I liked her performance in the hospital more than the open. So like every moment that she was in, she was spot on.
That's what I'm about to say, TaMon. I co-signed it.
Yeah, she overshadowed it for this individual movie, for Scream 5. She overshadowed who was the lead, which was Melissa Barrera, Sam's character. Okay. Now, hopefully that's moving forward.
But do you think it's because of the circumstances that they were in? Because being as though that Melissa Barrera character is more of a hard ass, where Tara is kind of more of just like, I got like everybody else, girly early. Like them two, like they both hard asses, but she was more of a victim compared to Sam.
I didn't feel Sam did anything spectacular into the third act of Scream 5. Objectively speaking, I didn't feel she was active versus Tara, who, and it could be to your point too, like who had the moments, who had the moment to execute certain things. But when Sam was attacked in the break room, it was terrible. This is just my personal opinion. So,
I don't think it was long enough, in my opinion.
It wasn't, and I'm glad.
I think it's too many characters.
But I have a feeling.
That's Utaka. I agree with Utaka.
Sam gets so much hate. I just don't get it. Well, I can help explain.
Wait till you see. No. All right. So back to the Sydney list screen.
Yeah.
So
Sydney,
I mean, I seen the movie, and I will say that me and you talked about it. When you asked me, you were just like, "Did you miss Sydney?" And I said no, because I didn't miss her, and that's no shade. I love me some Sydney, but I was so invested with the new characters.
Absolutely.
And getting to know them and following them. And this was like a fresh screen to me because it was no Sydney. Yes, Gail was in it, but it was, again, focused on the main four. So I enjoyed it from that aspect. And we get to see them grow. We got to see more of Sam. We got to see more of Mindy. We got to see more of Chad and the rest of the crew. So I enjoyed that. So if Sydney was back in this, it would take away from that again.
It would take away. And I agree with that. And I feel like Scream, we have to give it props, because it's much people who give like always shit on it sometimes or whatnot, like how we on Scream 6 and they talking about a Scream 7 already. Scream is able to do stuff that other franchises can't. No shade towards Halloween, but they tried to give us a new Laurie Strode and Allison, and depending on the structure of that wasn't handled well. If
I agree.
you want to pass a torch off to somebody, it wasn't handled well. It was like more, we got to give everything to Jamie, which don't get me wrong, I love me some Laurie Strode, but it's just that it was a revision of something that we've already seen before. And by taking Sydney out of the equation in this movie, like Bobby said, you get to focus on those characters that we probably didn't get a chance to focus on more. In my personal opinion, in Scream 5, the star of the movie was Ghostface. That's just my personal opinion. Out of everybody in the movie, the star of the movie was Ghostface, because it was just like, it was 10, 12 years since we had a last Ghostface experience or whatnot. And even in Scream 4, that was an anniversary movie. That was pretty much an anniversary movie to be like, it's been 10 years since the last Scream movie came out or whatever. So let's go ahead and just check up on the status of horror at the moment. So with Scream can do stuff that other horror franchises can't. They want to sit there, take out, new characters, OG characters, like actually take them out or put them to the sideline like they did with Kirby. You know what I'm saying? They don't have to put everybody into the pot, because then you get lost in the sauce. You know what I'm saying? Everything starts, the story starts to thin out, the characterization starts to thin out because you're trying to juggle all these characters and give all this fan service. And I feel like it was sort of a blessing. Have not seen the movie yet, but I feel like looking at the trailers and whatnot, it was fresh.
Yep.
Because you're like, not, go ahead.
And I was gonna say I agree. I think it's also different because it's always a whodunit. You never know who the killer is every movie. Whereas other slashers, once you find out who it is, that at the second movie, it's just about them getting a higher kill count, killing more bitches. That's it. But with Ghostface, you're spending so much time trying to figure out who it is while enjoying the movie.
That's
separates it.
And I love that, but sometimes the motives get on my nerves. The motive also have to fit the reason why they're doing. Because if it's something stupid, I'm like, all right, y'all can stop making these movies, because now y'all just getting ridiculous on why they're going after Sydney or why they're going after these new group of kids. I need the motive to actually make sense.
Right. There's only so many stab motives we can go with. Point blank period. We can't stay in the stab franchise. I don't even know if it's legal to even talk about it.
Well, I feel like, I was gonna say with the original Stab, with Scream 5, I felt like there was more Stab fan base. You get what I'm saying? And like you have, what's her name? Damn, my Jill. You have Jill, who was like, "Yo, I'm a new millennial teen, and I just want the attention on me. Hey, I got this cousin survived a whole damn, massacre 3 times. So I'm gonna sit there and bank off of that."
Sydney.
Exactly.
And it makes sense to be like that real evil ass cousin that you was like, oh, I could just fuck with you and get, do this and make money off of you and live, my millennial life. But I feel like, to me, there was no stronger motive than the first 3, because everything tied in together. You have, for those who have not seen Scream 1, 2, and 3, if y'all didn't, I'm just saying, because I'm just saying,
we
how many decades away?
Wait, at this point, everybody in this chat should have seen Scream.
If you've never seen Halloween, sorry, no, we're gonna go.
But if you got Billy Loomis, who sat there and said, "Your mom is the reason why my dad left my family and just my mom left me," so I'm upset, and I'm also obsessed with these movies, so I just put 2 and 2 together. Then we go to the pinnacle of the motives, which is, you killed my son, I kill you. I can't think of nothing more rational right now. You know what I'm saying? I can't think of, that was the pinnacle. Because
come on, Debbie Salt.
Even though I was like, this bitch is crazy, I was like, I felt her at that moment. You know what I'm saying?
Hers made the most sense.
And then you get rolling. You like, yo, our mom left me over here after getting gangbanged and had this whole entire life, this how did Randy say it? This pseudo happy existence over here in Woodsboro, and you get all the bitch, I hate you. I did all this to make sure that your ass got what you deserve and what I needed. Like, bam, you got the perfect trilogy right there. Then 4 came out, and it made sense for her motive, Jill's motive. 5 is like, okay, because you do have rabid fans out there who do the absolute most, which we can get into later, about how people have been trying to spoil the franchise and stuff because they didn't get what they want. So, but I don't know what this one is. I'm pretty sure it's gonna be cute, but I'm just saying, if your motive ain't strong, throw it out.
This is why you need to start with a new batch of people and stop bringing back the same people. Everybody's getting fucked over in some way, so there's not a shortage of motives. But if you keep bringing the same characters back, you're going to have to really reach and make up some bullshit reasons why they're trying to kill everybody. So just bring in a new blood like they did and just stick with that.
I think they're doing it the right way. They're slowly migrating the characters from the legacy characters from the forefront to the background, and when they complement the story. Like Mark said previously, Gail can be in any one of these because that's her job. Point blank period. Unless she gets killed, and then she won't be in anymore. And then Kirby, I guess. I'm about to move it. Hey, Marcus. I thought
what's up, Marcus?
Kirby, please don't say Kirby.
No. I have no shade for Kirby. I I just wish she would have had her moment to be the lead of the franchise. Like,
yeah,
that's all.
I agree.
4 motive was she wanted to be famous. Yes, Jill wanted to be famous.
She
wanted to be the
served.
new Sydney because what you want to do? Go to grad school, work?
Question.
Right. I lived.
Would this have been better? And I'm taking my bias aside. Would 4 have been better if she wasn't related to Sydney? She just happened to be a new person.
It'll work. I think it can work either way, right?
It can work, yes.
Because Sydney Prescott into the story, that makes sense.
What did it do, really? Bringing Sydney in on 4.
You can't have 2 leads, right? That was the whole purpose, to kill the original lead so I could take your spot.
Mm-hmm.
She said that.
So she should have died.
She tried.
Who?
She said that. She said, "Don't fuck with the original."
I'm going to say something controversial. I think it's kind of playing it safe when they kept bringing Sydney back versus seeing how the franchise would go and being a little experimental with it, because they know the fans like Sydney, so they kept bringing her back versus trying something different.
Did you still feel this way when Scream 4 actually came out, or when Scream 5 came out and you went back and just like, you know what was her point in Scream 4?
I felt that way with Scream 4 because 3 was, to me, the perfect send-off for her. It didn't make sense in my mind to bring her back for 4 to do a book.
I mean, I can see, but I can see your logic in it, and I'm not giving you a pushback. I can see her not being in Scream 4, but I feel like the fan base at that point in time would not have had it. You know what I'm saying? They would not have had it. And see, we have, I think, because that was the start of social media as it is right now. And she's Final Girl canon. And I don't think that anybody would have been okay with like Jill running around, surviving, doing the killings, then going to the next movie, a la Angela from Sleepaway Camp, acting like, oh my God, poor me, so stabbing folks and stuff like that. And they'd have been like, this is shit. Where's Sidney Prescott when you need her? And she would have always been compared to Sidney Prescott. Oh, Sidney would never done this. Sidney would never done that. So
it's always going to happen though. So,
right.
But I take that statement back. That could happen if the development of these characters in Scream 6 is not there.
And it's usually not. When they focus on the final girl, they tend to try to flesh that one out. And if they throw other final girls in, they may get a movie, maybe 2, and then they delve to somebody else again.
Most of the reviews have spoke about performances of the characters, the Chads and the Taras, and they can only say those things if there was time spent with those characters.
Exactly.
I'm looking for the world to see and understand those 4 and see who they are, because that's the new generation at this current time of what Scream looks like.
I will say I fell in love with them in this movie. That's all I'm gonna say. I fell in love with them.
Good.
Confirmed.
Mm-hmm. And that's what we want. So where do we lead off? Before we get to Scream 6, we sort of been talking about it already, but Scream 5. Right now, we know that Sydney's boyfriend, Billy Loomis, knocked up another woman in high school named Christine Carpenter, and she had a daughter named Samantha Carpenter. And Samantha Carpenter spilled the tea to her father and her mother about her having a different baby's father. Mm-hmm. And that caused for the family to disrupt. And then Sam started doing drugs and everything, and she moved away. And she should be 24. Well, 25, actually. So 25. Then we have Tara, 17, 18-year-old, her younger sister, and she is attacked by Ghostface. And then that causes for Sam to come home. And we have this whole story about why Sam is so important. And we have some pretty decent kills in 5. Shout out to Judy Hicks. Shout out to Wes Hicks. Judy. And shout out to Dwight, Dewey, Riley.
R.I.P.
R.I.P. If you have a cup, take a sip for Dwight. And we're back. So by the end of this movie, we're left with Sam Carpenter, Tara Carpenter, Sidney Prescott, Gail Weathers, Chad Meeks Martin, Mindy Meeks Martin, and that's it. 6 people survive, a cast of 14, but all of them wasn't that important. However, but here we are a year later. They apparently were seniors and they went to New York to go to college. And we have Tara, Mindy, and Chad attending this college. And Sam, as a helicopter parent, joins her sister there.
It's like Jaleesa, or is she just visiting?
She's giving that. She's definitely giving that. But no, narratively speaking, right? From where they left off, how are we feeling about them picking New York? How are we feeling about them doing the whole college thing again, like in the original Scream 2? What are your thoughts about that?
I like it. I like that they did New York. They could have did another Windsor college type scenario, but it still gives this suburban vibe. You know what I'm saying? Like, it looks cute in the 90s. Don't get me wrong. Windsor College is so 90s, and I love it. I fucking love it. But New York City, it's like there's so many different hiding spaces you can run, and or you can. There's so many hiding spaces you can hide. There's so much you can't run down. You can't go on the street and be at the kill scene or somebody's getting slashed up. You can't run up there and save their ass real quick. Like Judy Hicks was driving through Woodsboro in the last movie. It's like, no, you gotta go through traffic, bitch. You gotta go through you gotta catch the A train or something like that to get to where you gotta be or something. So it's like it's so much possibilities. And again, this just goes to what we said earlier about the franchise branching out and trying new things. Because outside of LA, everything has been pretty much confined. You know what I'm saying? On a campus.
That's usually
in
the case.
Right.
Really good.
This opens it up.
Yeah. What good writers do is that we know we have characters, but the city is also a character. And if you write it as such and utilize it, utilize the best parts of it, you're gonna win.
That was my biggest concern, because we have horror movies that's supposed to be set in New York City, and they don't usually utilize New York City the way it should have been utilized. And Jason Takes Manhattan. We didn't get that New York part until the last 20-30 minutes. And those scenes rock. Like, we love the subway part, we love them going down Manhattan, like it was all that. But if the movie took place in Manhattan overall, I think it would have been way better. But that's why I was attracted to this movie, because watching the trailer and seeing them on the subway, seeing them on the streets of New York, it was something fresh, it was something different. And I was just excited. It wasn't the same old, we're stuck in Woodsboro, who's the killer? Sydney. It was just giving us something different. The environment itself is different. So that's why I was more excited for this one than I was than part 5.
Absolutely. I think even when it was in LA, it felt very isolated because of Hollywood, the elite. NYC is not that. Yeah.
What part of New York is this in? Did they explain that?
Well, sort of, kind of, yeah.
Because I'm going to be looking for specific things. Are people minding their business? What stores are they going to? What
we've seen the trailer. The bodega, the train station.
So that's a whole. So that adds something to it. And also, there's so many people there that you really have no clue who these fucking killers are.
Right.
And it takes place during Halloween. It's around Halloween in this time too. So that adds to it, because everybody's in costume and everybody's wearing ghosts. So that adds to the fucking suspense.
Right.
Yeah. That's true. What I love about Scream is that it can really last forever. It's forever transcending into new things, which is why New York is perfect for this installment. I agree, JR.
Yep.
Absolutely correct.
Yeah.
We haven't got to this part yet, but this is just common knowledge. Scream 7 has been greenlit already, and it is halfway done. So they start filming at the end of the year. And so I post this question in one of my groups. Where do you want to go next? Back to Woodsboro, New York again, LA, overseas? Who knows? So I think location is so important.
So allegedly they're supposed to be bringing Sydney back for this one. So it's like, where would they go?
I think, Bobby, it depends on where she is now.
Okay.
Idaho.
You
With
know,
a fake baby.
Ghostface in Tokyo.
That would be lit.
Maybe, yes.
I mean, that's a cool horror. Like, that's another one. That's a great place where that is.
They could be on vacation.
That would be, yes.
Yeah.
I love that.
There you go. The lights will be itself would just be all that.
My God. Yeah.
And I want to see a soul survivor one time. Just
one person to live.
One, yes.
That's not
4 to
Scream,
6
baby.
people every time is a lot to me for a slasher movie.
4 to 6. When did we get to last time? But I don't think it's fair to
But
count Gail and Sydney
It's
in that
not.
survival listing
It's
because
not.
that story is not about them. The story's about those core 4, the 4 of
Okay.
those people that are in this.
But they were
movie.
still in danger.
Screaming my
Okay,
name.
TaMon.
Another Florida series, because Florida, man. Yeah, Florida.
I'm dead.
There were 6 survivors.
Scream 7 should not bring back
I
Sydney
agree.
out. Okay.
I guess it depends how good this movie. Well, if they already greenlit it and she's going to be in it, I guess it doesn't matter. But depending on how good or the reception to this movie is, I guess that'll let us know if Scream will last longer or if it's just going to die out with Sydney.
I would be interested to see what another. No, I like Radio Silence. Like trilogies are great, right? So let's say we get past Scream 7 and I doubt, let's say Sam is around. Let's say Sam is still around. Do we want another trilogy with those two? Like, do they become legacy characters? I don't know. I don't know how it goes past another segment of leads versus what we have now. So
Start fresh. There's plenty of people cheating on their husbands all over the place. Yeah, I can start fresh.
Yeah,
it ain't got to be about cheating again. I just cause see, the first Sydney's issue. Cause think about it, y'all. Sydney's issue was her mom cheated on. Like the Loomis family can't deal with cheating. It's like they are cheat. Just who.
Maureen didn't cheat. Her and Neil had an arranged marriage.
Oh my God.
Neil was living an alternative life in where he went to his conferences, and so they had an arrangement. Continue, Mark. I just wanted to make sure that was clear.
Okay, sis. But the thing about it is, it's all about infidelity. It's like don't make it about infidelity. You know what I'm saying? Let's change up the what is the inciting motive? Like, can we go old school and be like somebody you fucked up my damn childhood by accidentally killing my sister, and I saw you do this shit and I'm here to fuck you up or something like that, or I don't know. All the because to now, I mean, we're in an era right now where we have triads, we have open relationships, we have arranged marriages, and all this stuff. So you really can't get too pissed off if somebody cheated on you. You know what I'm saying? Most people don't last relationship. They have one argument now and they're done. You know what I'm saying? So
would it be acceptable if you just have a ghost face not really have a motive and they just want to kill people? Like, would y'all be satisfied with that?
The only issue with that is the DNA of Scream is the motive. It's the opening, the motive, and the killer. That's the 3 pieces of a Scream story that makes up the fabric of it.
Exactly.
So,
I get that. I understand it, and I bless it, and I love it. But what would be even scarier when you don't have a motive? You know what I'm saying? It could be off kilter because that way you will know the rules are out the window. Then somebody just out here just doing it just because. You know what I'm saying? And that shit's scary because watching some serial killer documentaries, them folks be like, I just felt like killing somebody. I just, they was in the wrong place at the wrong time. And I just sliced that. That's scary because you don't know when somebody be sitting beside you and stuff like that, and they can just all of a sudden snap You know, they could be sitting beside you at work that day, and they could turn to stalking you, and then next thing you know, you're just a part of. You know, I guess what I'm trying to say is that you can only sit there. You can only sit there and tie everybody together for so much. You know what I'm saying? You can only do.
I don't know.
Because
I think that idea is. I think it's fresh, yeah, but I think that idea belongs for something else. Like I think the idea of having a killer who kills just randomly is awesome. Like Michael Myers was originally supposed to be. I think that's great. It works for that, but that's not what Scream is. So then it's no longer Scream.
Yeah. If you take that out, like I would love to see that, but you're right, it wouldn't be a Scream if we got that. Like, how would that movie look? You know?
Yeah. Maybe one of the killers is psychotic, and they go off script, and they just start wilding out.
Right.
And
now, see, that's fine.
And then if they get caught at the end, and then it's revealed, like, oh, who's this motherfucker? And then they get locked up, and then that's it. Like, something's gonna be missing. Is what we all
because we don't need the third act. The third act of Scream is about the reveal. It's about why I'm doing this to you. In fact, it's not like The Strangers where I can say, "Well, y'all were home."
This shit still scares me to this day.
That scares me too. And when I said it, I felt it too. I was like, "Yeah, that is actually."
Do y'all have any Utaka's question? Any like big name celebs that you would like to be in an opener?
I would like to see a Mel this go around.
We need to go back to that.
A guy.
Oh,
we need to go back to that.
Even though I love for my girls, but I would like to see a male this time. And somebody said Yaya. Was it Jamie? Yeah.
From Grownish?
No. I'm hoping you're talking about Yaya from Candyman, but that would be interesting.
Or Yaya the Coaster from Top Model.
No.
Actually.
But that would be cute if she was.
I'll say Lucy Liu. This is somebody I wouldn't expect to see. I would like to see Lucy. I like Lucy Liu's acting.
So you want all the Charlie's Angels in the opening? So next you're gonna have Cameron Diaz.
Have both of them. I'm meta.
I got two.
JR said he would love to see Alicia Silverstone, but either an opening kill or in the future. Unfortunately, she plays Tatum in Stab 1, and she cannot. Unless she plays
crossed her out.
Yeah,
I got
turn down roles all the time.
I got a pseudo 2, which is really 3 though. But I had this vision because I had thought about this the other day when we had the listed us Zendaya and Tom. What's his name? Who plays Spider-Man? Tom Holland and Zendaya to open the kills.
They can
a real life couple.
It's a couple hours, yeah. Maybe
I could see them, and the other one would be probably. I want to see another black opening kill.
Zendaya.
I'm just about to, no, wait a minute, hold up, wait. See, don't do me like that. I'm saying I want to see if not them two. I want to see them two as a couple.
Like
I want to see another black opening kill. I want to see, even though I love him, I would like to see Jonathan Majors do something like that because it's something so unexpected about him being so, he's in everything now. And for him to do that,
as if. How about that? Was that a good?
No, I remember that American Horror Stories. When
I was thinking, yes,
it was a map.
Ooh, Hilary Duff. Okay,
yes,
Hilary Duff.
Lindsay Lohan.
I mean, she will be if she can't. She would. If her name came out, I would be excited. So
Lindsay Lohan as an opening kill, that would be awesome.
Bring her back to horror. She did the thing.
She did the thing.
Angela Bassett would be interesting.
That would be interesting. Yes.
Mm-hmm.
What if they did Jamie Lee Curtis? Even they can't do Jamie Lee Curtis because they'd already referenced her.
It comes too campy after that.
Yeah.
If they did Jamie Lee Curtis, it would just be too campy. Like even her having a cameo as somebody random in this, then it becomes cheap.
Okay.
Oh. What was did marketing, right? What was the next?
Scream 6 marketing. So
can I say
this versus Scream 5 marketing, right? Scream 5 basically told you every single thing. They showed everything in the trailers. We all knew that Dewey was dead from the very beginning. Ooh. excuse me, all knew that Dewey was there from the very beginning. And it wasn't, the trailers, people broke them down, froze them. You could tell everything from the trailers. Versus this time, they're really intentional about showing specific scenes. And even if it's different variations, it's just different variations of that scene. And so what we probably only seen 8% of this movie, right? Versus the 2 hours that we get in the theaters. So we really have no clue about what this movie is. We just know that things happen.
Mm-hmm.
I prefer it. I don't want to know what's happening at all.
Me too. I can proudly say that I'm going into this movie blind. I've only seen the trailers. I haven't seen any clips they released. I haven't read any exposés or nothing like that. Like I told y'all earlier, I muted several people. They came out the screening and whatnot. But I will say this though. That final trailer they put out earlier this week, this shit was if I don't think any of the previous trailers had me more excited than this final trailer. They had all the critic blurbs on it, like holy shit, and like all this. I was like, okay, 2 more days, bitch. 2 more days. I was like, I can't wait. So that final trailer they put out, that was the chef's kiss right there.
What do we consider a big name when we say big name for the opening? What do we consider? Like, because in this trailer we've seen the classic characters, we've seen Samara Weaving, we've seen the other new characters, but like when I look at the cast, do we see any big names?
Mm-hmm. I see big names.
Look at the picture. Hold on, I don't.
We have a picture.
We have big names. We have Courtney Cox. We have.
Well, they don't. But yeah.
Well, outside of them,
I guess not that most. I think most people wouldn't know. Maybe not.
Yeah. So like, have we gotten away from that? The whole idea of the starlet, like Scream 4 is supposed to have Kristen, Miss Twilight, Kristen Stewart. Kristen Stewart. She was supposed to be the opening of Scream 4 by herself.
God, she wasn't.
But look what we got, right? And
but that was as much as I liked how they did that, it was kind of like befuddled. If you get what I'm trying to say, it became campy with the second one with Anna Paquin and
Kristen
Bell became campy. And the girls we did end up with,
I didn't like it. They should have kept all those three. They should have kept the one with Sinead Grimes and Lucy Hale. I feel like they did a lot better. They would have served.
Yeah. But before that, quit.
No, go ahead. Say what you were saying.
No, I was just saying, Drew Barrymore. I don't think nobody can top Drew Barrymore and Jada Pinkett. I don't think nobody can top them. But I'm gonna say this for a prediction because this is my prediction of who the opening kill is gonna be. I'm gonna save it for it though, but I feel like they're going for it towards like people who are more noticed by the horror community. If you get what I'm trying to say, they might not be chasing after certain people, but we're glad to get that autograph at a horror convention. Is what I'm trying to say. You know what I'm saying? So.
Yeah,
that's what I was trying to say.
I mean,
go ahead, sorry.
This helps us for our next topic, like what we know so far. Like we know that we have 5 new characters in this movie, 6, 7.
I think it's 7.
7 new characters. The biggest name that I see is the 2 actually from Radio Silence other property. Help me,
Samara Weaving,
and he played the father in that movie I'm trying to think of, the wedding movie. Let's play Ready or Not. Ready or Not.
Oh, okay.
He was the dad in it.
Yeah, he's the father.
That was the dude from Seventh Heaven.
No.
That's what
I'm done.
That looks like him.
But then the redhead, she's also from this show called Light as a Feather on Hulu. That's but she wasn't a redhead.
I've never seen it.
Oh, it was not bad. Only got 2 seasons, but those are only 3 that I've noticed that I've seen before.
Right.
And so I
And if you follow the Scream format, they usually get sort of well-known people in that opening. You know what I mean? So all those people, if you put it together, who you think is going to show up on here?
Yeah.
I want to see her be a villain though. I don't know.
Me too.
She was great in The Babysitter, y'all.
I loved her.
Both of them. So that's what we. So what do we know so far? We know that the kids are in New York. We know that Kirby's back. We know that Gail's back. We know that the
Carpenters
and the Meeks are back. We also know that they're in college. We know that Gail is still reporting.
Ghostface is not afraid to be out in public now.
He is
not hiding.
There's a Stab musical.
There's a Stab musical. I don't think I knew that, but there's a Stab musical. Okay, interesting. So Random said Drew is a genius for her spin for the first because she didn't want to be the lead, but the one who gets killed. Absolutely. Yeah. Drew, that was great thinking when she suggested that Craven, because we all thought she was going to, run the movie.
And be the front of the cover and everything.
She was everything. And she's Drew fucking Barrymore. And then she's murdered in the first 9 minutes. So now you have this whole feeling of anybody that we see means nothing. Which is what you want.
Scream 1 was the most dangerous feeling one because you did not know who was going to live or die. After that, you kind of felt like you knew.
What about Scream 2? Because when Randy died, it did the same thing.
Yeah, that was so unexpected. That fucked me up when I first saw it. Even though I knew he was going to get it, but the way he got it was like, damn.
I had no shit. I was heartbroken by that, actually. But
I don't think.
Mark, you said you didn't watch any of the exposés or interviews or additional footage that they've put on social media, not leaks, but like actual promotional material. What about you, Michael?
Right.
You too?
No, I only saw the trailer. I've been staying away. I don't want to know. It's a whodunit. I don't understand the point of getting spoilers and information with a whodunit.
Yes.
Part of the fun is trying to figure out
who it is. If you know, it spoils.
I don't want to know anything.
Yeah. So what about when they're on the internet, when they're on television shows and they have a clip of is that a spoiler too? Or is that promotional?
It's stuff I just want to see for the first time when I watch it.
You want to live it and experience it in the moment thereof.
Right.
I like that. I get that.
And I did the same thing with the last movie. So that's why when I went into the theater and we saw the chase scene with Sam and she looks into the mirror before the chase scene starts, she was like, I actually jumped up out of my seat. Like, holy shit, Billy Lewis.
I didn't
jumped out of my seat. Yeah, I was like, holy shit. And I was like, okay, so I knew if they did a Scream 6, I was going to do the exact same thing. Not go into it blind. Because I was, we talked about this in the Scream episode that we did about how I was robbed of that with the first 2 movies. So from Scream 3 until tomorrow night, I've seen Scream 3 to Scream 6 is gonna be on opening weekend, opening day. You know what I'm saying? Opening week. Because I had it stolen from me the first 2 movies.
You have to. You have. These bitches are disrespectful. They will tell you exactly what happened. They will tweet something the night of. Go to hell.
Soon as TaMon was just like, yeah, they leaked shit, be careful. I went on Twitter and muted everything Scream. Everything. I was not playing.
Then they said yesterday, I don't know if y'all seen the post, but somebody went to some of those screenings that happened this week and recorded clips of it and are putting up on YouTube.
That is correct. There's scenes of Chad in a very particular scene that was released, and the killer reveal was released.
Did you watch TaMon?
Wow.
Did I watch those? No.
Okay.
Look at you smirking.
Yeah. I don't know.
I'm going to end this. I have to get back to work because y'all playing with my emotions.
That's a trifling person. You put the killer reveal online.
That's trifling. It is trifling.
Trifling.
At least say that you have it and let people DM you for it. Like don't post it online. That's rude.
I would call Paramount and sit there and report their asses. I'd be a snitch in this case.
Something was snatched off. I think it was snatched. That's true. Yutaka, there is a spoiler embargo that lists on the 13th. So then the reviews
That's
can come
acceptable.
out. Even though
Okay.
I think it's AV, so some Twitter page already put a spoiler in one of their posts. So I don't know if they're going to get sued or not. But yeah, the embargo.
I hope they do.
Yeah, me too. It was accidental. It's intentional. So we're going to play a game called The Killing Game.
Okay.
And we're going to look at a picture of the current cast of Scream 6. And we're going to see who we think will make it, will kill or live. Will be killed or live. So,
Okay.
let's actually go. Let's start from top left. We have Sam Carpenter. What are we thinking?
She's gonna be living and killing. That's what I think.
I think she's gonna be living and killing too.
Come on, living and killing.
Mm-hmm. Tell somebody.
I think she's gonna live, no killing.
How else does this baby live, hon? This baby gonna live.
I feel like so many people felt like her performance the last movie was not. It didn't have oomph until the last moment when she was supposed to. So they're gonna want to see her do more of what we got in the end of the last.
I
movie.
think so too. Yep. I think she's gonna be.
Oh, I get what y'all saying now. Never mind. Okay, I get it.
I think she's gonna be giving Alice after she sucked in all those people.
You know what? We're not doing this.
This is a compliment.
I heard it halfway through. Go ahead. Keep going.
Exactly.
We don't need to be compared to Alice, I don't think. She's on her own. She's on her own lane. I'm sorry.
I was saying the upgrade that she received. I think they're going to keep Sam. I'm pretty sure, Patrick. She is the lead.
Tara can die. She has enough projects. She can go.
Sir.
Wednesday. I love Jenna Ortega, but I agree. I feel like she can go. She got Wednesday. She got all these other projects. She gave us what we needed in Scream 5, and yeah, I feel like she can go. I love her. Thank you for your services.
Okay, so never mind. Okay, yeah. So when we have our post show, we're gonna talk about some things.
Oh shit. Okay.
Okay. Next, we have the Gail Willis of the Woodsboro novel, the definitive novel.
It's not the novel.
It is the definitive book on the Woodsboro murders.
Yeah. There you go.
She's
dead.
I think she's just gonna get fucked up really bad. I don't know if she's gonna actually die.
If she doesn't die, I would be a happy bastard. I feel like she's come through so long. Damn, I forget it. Cotton Weary told her that she had 9 fucking lives. I don't think that she's gonna go, but if she does,
I feel like Dewey had 9 lives. Not Gail. If you think about it.
Dewey, but see, he got stabbed and beat down so many damn times to the point where the concussions add up though. Gail's been shot.
She gets shot one time and then she's down for the count for a while.
Right.
And then she comes back and
she comes back when all is said and done. Everything. Is everybody cool?
TaMon. Okay, cool, is TaMon. I swear to God, that is him or Dead by Daylight, bitch.
Exactly. I kept telling y'all.
I'm here to get this story at this X game. Who all made it out?
Look,
okay, you made it out. Where's Marquise?
And TaMon, side note, this is why I keep telling you Carla Wilson, because Carla sat there and played dead until everything was over. So you, Julie.
You know I made a steal, girl.
But no, on all seriousness though, I think Gail's gonna make it. But I agree with Michael. She might get like really, really fucked up and put in the hospital and be put out of commission. And I think there's gonna probably be a third act thing where everything's just gonna go all to hell. Like we don't have our leader no more.
No, not leader. Where's the
leader?
What leader? We do have leaders.
She's not the leader.
I feel like Gail's a leader.
Child, you see how they were talking to her in Scream 5?
She's the one who gets shit done.
They did not care about Gail in Scream 5. It was like, bitch, who are you? Who cares?
Bitch from TV. That's what they said.
And I'm sure it's the same energy in Scream 6.
I don't think they have the balls to kill another legacy character.
And that's my
I don't
problem.
know.
It's only 2 left, so I don't think they have the balls to kill.
And that would be perfect. If they kill Gail on this one, then Sydney's coming back on the 7th one. She's the only one.
Killer in 7. Yes.
I have a feeling that Gail will make it through this one, and she could possibly be the opening of 7. And that would be
I like that.
That would be okay for me.
That's okay. I can rock with that.
Yeah.
Kirby dead.
No.
I think Kirby. All right, you know what? I think she's either going to die or she's going to be possibly a killer.
I've always said that. I've always said that.
Okay.
That's my thoughts.
Oh.
Well, that's another thing we know from the trailer.
I'm about to do the same thing.
Because the killer, I was wondering, how does the killer have a shrine of all this shit? A cop of some level or whatever the hell she is. I feel like
I said the same thing, Mike. I said the exact same thing.
I got my eye on her.
Thank you, Vanessa, for that statement. You're absolutely correct. You're absolutely correct. I say this in every Scream movie. Anytime that Gail has a situation, I'm either going to be putting on my coat, I'm going to watch the rest of this movie, because you take her out of here, I'm done. I'm out of here. I'm walking out the movie theater. Even if it's the opening, fuck this movie. You don't kill Gail Weathers. She is stabbed.
Damn.
Okay, so let's pop down to Chad Meeks Martin, played by
Survive.
Does he have facial hair in this movie or not?
No,
that doesn't matter. He
can die.
Well, damn.
Mike only wants him because he looks like a little boy, which he's fucking playing in the movie.
I don't
like a kid.
Like I think he needs facial hair.
He's playing a child. He's in
college.
All right.
He's 18. You don't care. Never mind. We'll talk.
First of all, I hope he does something better in this movie. Everybody's talking about Sam. I felt like he was the lackluster one in the last movie.
Well,
so I hope he does something better
from him. You would expect that because the story's not about him.
It ain't about Sydney either, but her ass was all up and through it. So I mean, we can't use that as a logical reason.
From what everybody says.
I agree with that now. Yes, I see.
I think Chad. Since Mindy's right next to him, I'm going to do a side by side. I think that out of the two of them, I think that Mindy will to get out of here.
Oh,
I think
I'm scared. I'm so scared for Mindy. That's
I think that between the two of them.
When you watch that trailer, and don't get me wrong, the trailer, like you said earlier, TaMon, they manipulate things in the trailer. But I seen 2 moments in that trailer where Mindy was like
out of here.
So
I feel like it's a fake out.
I'm scared. I'm scared.
I think she's gonna have a rough time. That's what I do feel.
I would feel like they should have learned self-defense or something after that experience they had.
I'm sure some of them have.
And you crazy. Y'all all went to the same school. This is the dumb shit I'm talking about. Now, y'all know people going after the Carpenters, but you want to go to the same school. And I feel like Chad is fucking her, even though y'all were all friends and shit. And your girlfriend died the last movie. It seemed like they had some chemistry going on in that trailer.
Which one?
Tara. I sensed there's something between those two. So they broke girl code and all that shit, friend code, whatever it is.
He's dead. There's no code.
They are, and they all follow each other to school. You get in a cluster to get fucked up again.
Such is life.
Mindy should have went.
That's another thing I want to mention is that they can only do that one more. This is the last time they can do that. They do it in future movies. Don't put everybody in the same damn area, especially going out to college or something like that, because that's just so 90s.
So
if that makes sense.
So far, yeah, that makes sense. I mean, do it if it makes sense, right? We know we want these 4 people to be the leads of this franchise. They have to go to school together. Sydney and Randy went to college together. They're the only ones who lived from the core
And that makes sense because there was only 2 of them.
Yeah.
It's only 2, right? It was only 2. That's what makes sense. You know, I
remember
went to college
Tara is with the Meeks. Sam is just following up. I think Sam will be just following after Tara. Tara is just going with the Meeks.
Where they work at? I need to see what how their apartments look like here. I need to know how they just afford and to do.
Well, obviously they got apartments close enough where you can put a ladder outside and whatever they was doing in that damn in that trailer. We all saw that. That's trailer. So yeah.
Okay.
Next. Well, so far we have Sam live, Tara die, Gail live, Kirby dies. Chad, did we agree that he lives or dies?
I say he lived.
I think he lives too.
Die.
I say die.
All right. Next would be Mindy. I said no to Mindy that she's dead. She's dead boots.
I'm scared for her. Like Bobby said, she's our representation, and I don't want her to go. I would love for her to sit there to live
That don't
to
mean
the
she
day.
lives.
I'm gonna say
No, I just want to live.
And then also it would make sense because Randy died in Scream 2, and technically this is and that's his niece. So
Snatch her up in a news van, please. Yellow Jacket.
Sir.
I'm just thinking about who I want to see more of moving forward, right? I would love to see Tara, Chad, and Mindy like moving forward in their own little situation going on. But I have a feeling that, you know, maybe one of the twins are not going to push through, and that's fine.
Same.
Same.
I feel the same way. One of them got to go. You can't have siblings last this long in the franchise.
Yeah, I agree. Twin power.
Y'all gonna make me start crying.
Not again. Detective
I'm
Bailey.
just saying.
Oh,
Dead.
another detective.
Dead.
Yeah, I think
We
he's dead.
we haven't had an older man as a killer, right? I don't think we have.
I mean, Rome was in his 30s. He was 35, so now.
Yeah, I think he's gonna die.
I'm side-eyeing him.
We talk about that later, but I'm side-eyeing him too.
Side-eye.
The next 2 I'm side-eyeing actually.
I feel like what's his name, Josh. I
Danny
feel like
Brackett.
I feel like he would be too obvious because he already has that look.
Yeah.
So I think it would be too obvious. So I think he's gonna be like a red herring, but then they're gonna kill him.
Who the
Do
hell
we know
Josh?
what his role is in this movie? Like how's he connected to
But he
it?
plays the character of.
He plays Danny.
Oh, his name is Danny. His real name Josh. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I'm looking at the thing.
Danny Brackett from She-Hulk.
Come on, Brackett. Is he
Oh, that's
related to
cute.
Annie?
It's
Of course,
Brackett.
he's related to
Yeah.
Annie Brackett.
Let me find out.
And we saw what happened to her.
Mhm.
So
Now, who is he? Is he Sam's boyfriend or something? 'Cause he looks
I
older.
feel like has that been publicly released what his connection is to people?
I don't know none of these new
I don't
children,
think
child.
so,
I don't
but
know.
If
Okay,
it-
well, I don't know.
yeah.
Okay, so I think if he's not a killer, he's definitely dead.
Yeah.
All right, let's go right beneath him. Dr. Christopher Stone. He's from the other movie with Samara Weaving that I cannot remember again. Ready or Not.
Ready or not.
Ready or not, it's funny because his name Christopher Stone reminds me of the actor Christopher Stone, who was D. Wallace Stone's husband. But anyway, dead.
Oh yeah,
He gives me
It's
Principal
not
Henry
Principal
vibes.
Hembry. He's definitely Principal Hembry. He's out of here.
Yeah, he's Henry vibes. Yeah.
Yeah, he's gone. See ya. You're not a killer. I understand you're famous. You could be in the opening, but you're dead regardless. So
Okay.
I co-sign.
Anika
Dead.
Nonro.
Yeah, that trailer scene. I feel like they gave that away for her.
They in the music video they gave too much away too.
Yeah.
Music video.
That's why I
Demi
didn't
Lovato's
watch it.
music video, it has things or like a Halloween. Okay, yeah, but watch the video. It's fine. It's fine. The studio approved it.
I feel like
don't
she
watch
might die. I feel like they're gonna be she's gonna be in a situation and be like, we ain't that close to you, bitch, and they're just gonna let her die and get sliced up and keep running.
I think she's Mindy's girlfriend. Just based off their social media and how they connect and their chemistry that they were developing. it feels like that could be like her Good Judy or her boo thing.
Mm-hmm.
Killer. She's a killer.
Not kill the gays, Mike.
I think she's a killer. You
No.
said girlfriend, and I was like immediately.
You said killer. I think you meant
never trust a love interest.
I thought you
She's
said
gonna be a
kill
killer.
her.
No, she's gonna be a killer.
Killer. Okay. I thought you said kill her.
Okay, we have Quinn Bailey, and I just want to highlight something that's obvious, right? If we go up to the right one, we have Detective Bailey, and we come down and we have a Quinn Bailey.
Oh, I didn't pick it up. Okay,
pretty interesting coincidence to see on here. So yeah,
well,
related, obviously.
Obvious.
Well, she might get the Sheriff Meeks
Sheriff Meeks
treatment. What was it? What was her name in Halloween 4? Kelly Meeks.
Oh,
she might get the Annie Brackett treatment. You know,
that's what I'm thinking.
Mm-hmm.
That's what.
Well, Annie Brackett, Sheriff Meeks. You know, Halloween. If you're a sheriff, if you're the child of a sheriff in Halloween, and
you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Either or.
Why wouldn't we? Why wouldn't we? Next we have Ethan Landry, who I'm side-eyeing.
Killer. Queer killer.
Yeah. I think queer killer. I see it. Then let's drop down to Laura, played by Lisa Martin.
Opening kill.
Yeah,
I have two
opening
things to say. I think she's either the opening or she's the killer.
Yeah.
Or both.
I agree with that.
Or
they make it look like an opening kill, and then she's actually one of the killers in the end.
That's so creative. Yeah.
That's
that
a good fake out.
Crazy.
That would be a good fake out.
And low key, I'm side-eyeing Tara too. A fake open kill, I don't trust it. So
where they mama at?
Exactly.
Listen,
everybody's so worried about their parents. Who gives a
She don't give a fuck about these kids.
Right. We don't give a fuck about her. She don't give a fuck about them.
I just want to know who the bitch is.
I'm told y'all it's Eva Longoria. I'm telling you, that is their mother.
It's Rosario Dawson.
Well, that'd be sexy.
Yeah.
How old is Rosario Dawson now?
She's same age as Sidney Prescott.
She's like in her mid-40s.
Mm-hmm. Okay. And on that note, let's take a quick commercial break, and then we'll be right back. And on that note, we're gonna run to a commercial, and we'll be right back.
Sorry, what was that again?
We're at commercial.
Okay, cool. I'll run that next clip then.
Keep this for a blooper.
So, who are you?
The question isn't who am I? The question is, where am I?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I forgot all about that.
Yes, Mark.
That's gonna be forever funny.
Mark, you were serving.
Yeah, you were serving the scene.
Thank you,
Megan. That's very true. A commercial. It's the Scream episode. What do you want? So we've already done this, so this wouldn't take us too long. So we talked about opening kill, who we thought it could be. We talked about just someone who we think the killers are. What is the motive? Right now, the last time they wanted to what was that in Scream 5? They were pissed about
make their own movie.
They
wanted to make their own movie. Right.
And they wanted high stakes. What is his name? I don't want to mispronounce it. Yutaka, is that right?
Yeah, Yutaka.
Mm-hmm. Yutaka said that Scream 4 was above before its time. That should have been the motive for 5.
Mm-hmm.
With TikTok.
I get it.
So I agree. But what do we think right now? Because if they go with Stab again, honestly, y'all, I can't. I can't.
To me, I think the whole thing in the trailer with Ghostface saying I'm something of I'm
something new.
different. I'm something new. I'm praying that that comes into the motive because I agree with you wholeheartedly. I don't want there to be a cabal of staff fans out there that is dispatching people after each, stab adventure. Like, let's create a stab movie, something like that. And I think that that would get old really quick, especially since in the Scream universe, Stab is in his 8th, maybe 9th movie by now.
Mhm.
So I just want the motive to be just original enough to the point where it stands out with the original 3 motives. That's just me.
I think it's good old fashioned revenge. That just makes the best sense in the words of Debbie Salt. Good old fashioned revenge.
Okay, so we thinking
But-
family member of one of the killers in the last movie.
I don't need him to be there.
Yeah,
I don't want him
maybe.
to be there.
I don't want them to do that because like it's so many other things we can do when it comes to revenge.
Yeah.
Because there were comments of that. Some of the rumor mill, which we talked about, was Samara Weaving is one of the previous character sisters, and blah 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 blah. I was like, would they do that? We Scream 2, we had Mrs. Loomis. So would you go that route again? There's so many other ways to do revenge pieces. And then I don't know. I wouldn't do a family member.
I'm gonna swing.
Yeah.
For me, I got my eyes on Kirby, so for some reason, I still think she's going to have a huge part in this motive, and it's going to go back to Scream 4. Weirdly enough, I don't know what the motive is going to be, but I just feel like she's just going to have a tick tick boom moment, and yeah,
I agree with Niecy.
I want this to be a motive not connected to the original movies, meaning the original trilogy. I agree. I don't want to hear anything about Moraine. I don't want to hear anything about Stab. I don't want to hear anything about Sydney. I don't want to hear anything about any of that. Whatever this needs to be about, fresh, needs to be centered around the Carpenters, and hell, honestly, the Carpenters and the Meeks, because their legacy just like she is. So it could be centered around all 4 of them.
But what did they do though? I guess it's because we don't know much about them from the last movie in terms of like them being involved in anything crazy.
Well,
but it's like, what could they have?
Think about things, how Scream works, right? So like we had Sydney in the first one. In the second one, she was a pseudo celebrity on campus because of the book that Gail wrote, and then the movie that came out, Stab, that came about her. So her life shifted and changed, and that's just story writing. That's great storytelling. So think about the sequel to this. Like, this has only been a year, and yes, Gail said that she would not write a book about what happened.
But we know her for her work. She said write a book.
Okay,
she didn't say.
And so we never know.
I won't write a screenplay. She said I won't write a book. So that leaves a lot of options open for what she will do.
You never know, right? Gail is Gail, and she's gonna be Gail. And so who knows what happens? It doesn't have to be Gail. The world and things could have this perception of like how they did Sydney. They sort of made her like this. Like I said, what did I say? Like this,
a pseudo celebrity.
Think about how their story is going to be progressed based off social media and TikTok and how that may affect them.
But that still went back to the motive for Scream 2. Still went back to Woodsboro in terms of it was somebody she knew, and the second killer was somebody that was hired to be put into her situation and whatnot. Yeah. So, and the third movie, again, he was the mastermind of all of this. So, okay, I can see. What about this? What if there was a mastermind? Okay, what if there's a new mastermind? What if there's a new Roman?
Gal.
They should have did it the last movie if they were going to do another mastermind.
No,
Gal's the new mastermind and Kirby's involved.
I love that. I absolutely love that.
Oh wow!
I would live.
Yeah, I'm writing my own version of the new trilogy, and in mine, Kirby is one of the killers because she was in with Jill the entire time. right? And so things could happen. I don't know. That's my story. I don't think this is gonna be this. I'm just saying. But what if she was? Now she's coming back.
So you saying so you saying that Jill was playing both Kirby and what's
Charlie?
Robbie?
They were both playing Charlie. Because when
Charlie,
Robbie,
okay.
When Kirby was getting stabbed, she was like, Charlie, wait. Like she had something to tell him.
Yep.
And maybe that's what she had to tell him. Like, wait, I know what's going on.
Maybe she was a fail-safe for Jill, and Charlie obviously didn't know about it.
Exactly.
That's sick.
And then I think about that scene with Olivia when they watched her get killed across. That is psycho.
Yeah.
Jill
But everybody in this scene was in on it. So it just kind of feels kind of like jacked up if that was the case. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because
They're fucked up.
Kirby
They're fucked up.
Yeah, they're murderers.
Yeah, like Jill had her own mom killed. Like who? She don't give a fuck. Like,
no big loss there. That's
right.
No big loss there.
I'm gonna go
Don't
left
care.
field with the motive. I'm gonna say, since Ghostface is now in New York, right? I'm thinking because there's been stab movies, so it's not just isolated to Woodsboro anymore. So there's got to be people who are obsessed with it. I'm thinking the line "I'm something different" is I'm not related to anybody. I'm not connected to any of you. I'm gonna prove I can do what the other ghost faces couldn't. I'm actually gonna kill all you hoes, and I'm gonna get away with it.
Yes.
I'm not gonna do no dumb shit. I'm not gonna do long monologues until the end when they eventually die or don't die. I don't know. That's my thought.
I love that. I like the idea they sort of talked about in Scream 2 how Mickey and Mrs. Loomis met. And just like the subreddit group with Scream 5, who knows how many other psychos are out there who worship franchise and worship these people / characters, because they're both now, right? It's meta. They're characters and they're people, and worship them and want to. I could see someone even creating scenarios so they can actually have more material to be on Reddit about. Like, let's actually talk to her again so we can have more material for Kirby and not Kirby, but Sam and Tara. And Sydney. That's how you bring. Okay, we want more Sydney. Let's bring her. Let's go kill her. Let's go get her. If Sydney was the opening of Scream 7, it would destroy everyone, but it would be amazing.
It would be.
Talk about walking out of a theater, cussing up a damn storm.
I'm gonna hold your bag until you come back from the bathroom, because I know you gotta see what happens next.
No, I'm gonna leave. I'm gonna have the bag with say TaMon. I'll be like, TaMon, it has been real. Shout out to everybody. I'm out this bitch. I'll just do the whole MC damn thing. I'll be just livid.
Mark,
they'll
you
probably
should get up
arrest
like
me.
You should get up like Jada Pinkett did and go to the front of the theaters and fall out. You should do the entire thing for Scream 2. Something like that happens.
Just fuck it up for everybody.
She looked like, why y'all let me get killed? Oh shit.
Yo.
Why y'all let me get killed?
And then your ass will stand up and say, bravo, bravo.
Now it's my turn.
Oh shit.
Mike, I want to throw this question at you. What don't you want to see in Scream 6?
Oh, you might want to go with someone else that's a trainer in my background.
Oh, where are you? In the Wild Wild West? No. Okay, so Mark, what don't you want to see in Scream 6?
I don't want to see.
I'll
be honest with you. No, I don't want to see any of the fake outs, or rather, I don't want to see another OG get taken out the way that Dewey did in the last one. That shit fucked me up. The only thing that brought me back into the movie was when Gail met up with Sidney again.
Oh, that's when I cried too. Yeah.
That's what brought me back into the movie, because I was like, Dewey, you should know better.
Should.
And I was
it
like,
was an
damn.
honor.
That's still here. It's
that was so rude. That was so rude.
Him in his chest, you bitch. Excuse me, I gotta say it all over again. The
That's
question.
why they dog walked her ass in the movie.
We sure did. We twirled onto a nothing. Yeah.
Mm.
And so, okay, Mike, are you ready?
I'm ready. I don't want to see a lot of survivors. First
What's
and
a lot?
foremost, I don't want more than 2. I don't want
Out
more than
of-
2 survivors.
You mean
Yes.
so Sam, Tara, the twins, Kirby? Out of these 5, only just 2?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Only 2.
Wow.
I'm sorry, you don't get the role of sole survivor, and you've been surviving with 4, 5, 6 people. I can't stand it. But yeah, that's the first thing. I maybe would like to see a killer actually not die in the end of this.
Ooh.
If they're going to continue over with 7, obviously. I would like them to not die and kind of almost get away, in a way, get away with it. And then they can come back for more in the next movie.
That's feasible.
That is feasible.
And of course, Sydney's pink slip, but that's not this movie.
Her pink slip, she already got it, love.
You said before we went live that you would not.
I've been doing good.
Girl.
You haven't over. He's been being tempted by the comments and every fucking thing. So, like, I'm proud of you. You did great,
Thank
Bobby.
you.
What don't you want to see?
Everything pretty much what Mike said, honestly. What is that, Mark?
The fuck?
Nothing.
Not Charles Lee Ray.
Right. The fuck? Yeah, pretty much what Mike said, and I just don't want a shitty motive because that stuff gets boring. It's just like, all right, y'all did all of this for this dumb reason. All right, I'm over it. Just cancel it now. So,
not a whole killing spree because she took your pencil in middle.
Yeah, like a Scream 5 motive, I get it, but I was kind of already like, come on, like seriously. But it was fine. It was fine.
Over it.
Mm-hmm.
So hopefully this one is something that makes a lot more sense.
I don't want to see Sam live. I don't want to see. I don't want to see. I can't give my opinion. I can't give my thoughts. Wow, Bobby, please. Bobby, please.
Now, what if she comes back and surprises you in this movie, though?
She could do that, and guess what? I'm prepared in our post show to say that Sam kicked ass. However, this we are right now,
and she will. You want to eat your words,
sure
and I can't wait. And I can't
I'm sure
wait.
she does. You don't have to roll your eyes at me, Bobby. I didn't do anything.
I'm just saying. I'm sure she will, and I can't wait for you to say.
Yeah, I'm sure she's great. However, what I don't want to see is Sam live. I don't want to see less than 2 killers. I don't want to see the legacy characters monopolized / being used in an unnecessary way like Sydney was in Scream 5. I'm sorry. That movie would have been just the same movie without her in it. I don't want to see the Sam owe you money. She doesn't.
You don't want to see a weak opening. The opening better give.
I don't want to see a weak opening. Thank you, Bobby. I don't want to see a weak ass opening, and I don't want a sloppy, unnecessary killer reveal.
Those are reasonable.
What I do want to see is amazing chase scenes.
Yeah,
mild gore, murders that matter, that I care about, like with Randy, like with Dewey, like with Judy, with Wes. I want to care.
Wes?
It's because I like him in general.
Oh.
I didn't like
Judy. Go ahead.
I didn't like Judy, but she was.
I like Judy. She was funny.
That lemon squares bacon bitch, and that's why she's.
Oh, okay, gal.
I'm sorry, I got real worked up. Excuse me.
You knew she was a threat.
She ain't no fucking threat. Nobody wants that.
Clearly, Gal was.
She was. Gail's by herself, her lonesome.
Mm-hmm.
Back in New York, dating vagabonds at 2-3 a.m. And let me stop. Okay,
vagabonds.
I was getting into
yeah.
I'm not saying Gail needs to die. Of course, I would never say those words. But what I will say is that I think she needs to be a necessary component and weaved in correctly and not just thrown in because she's Gail Weathers.
She would never let that happen.
She would never let that happen.
She would never.
But she's
She
Gail
would have
Weathers.
a
She throws
reason.
herself in everything.
Which
Her
is
job
the
does
reason.
Her job does that. So don't say
She
that
enjoys
she
it. Low key.
She does good for you.
No, well, let me take. I was gonna say nobody asked her to pop up on the screen on the staff reset, but she was asked by Kincaid to help because they couldn't contact Sydney.
Her job, her job, and people get mad about her doing her job.
She's a nuisance. She just be popping up everywhere. Just like, Gal, get away from. Like, why are you here?
Because I'm doing my job. I'm trying to help y'all.
I mean, who's the one guessing who the killers are and what the motives are? It's usually Gail really figuring shit out.
That's
exactly.
True.
So they need her. I mean, Sydney ain't no brainiac, so she ain't gonna.
Gail could write the masterclass on surviving Ghostface.
Who's to say she hasn't done it already? We just haven't had that book
Probably
yet.
does. She probably has it. I wish she has a Pulitzer.
She has a TikTok, I'm sure. Gail has a TikTok.
She really needs to do that. Courtney Cox. She needs to make like a fake
Gail Weathers TikTok.
Just Gail Weathers. Yeah, that would be dope.
Yeah, that would be cool.
Yeah.
We're gonna run to a quick commercial, come back with our final thoughts, and yeah, we'll be right back. How many people have Sidney Prescott killed?
All of them.
Bitch.
You want to win?
All of them.
Bitch, I will. Okay, don't let me come down there. Let me see.
Oh,
7.
What's the other one?
What were the 7? Mark.
Billy and Stu.
Mm-hmm.
Mickey and Mrs. Loomis. And I put Mrs. Loomis down because she did shoot her in the head just in case her ass was not dead.
Yep,
then she did kill Roman.
And
then she did she killed what's that child name? Jill. And then she helped kill Amber.
Yep.
Gail killed Amber.
Yeah, she didn't kill Amber.
God fucking damn it!
She helped with that, right?
Yikes. And she also didn't kill Roman.
I'm still pissed off about that yet.
She also didn't kill Roman
she did
either.
Kill Roman.
Dewey, the head.
She did to kill him.
Head Dewey, the head.
But look, she fucked him up pretty damn good though.
No,
he
fucked Sidney.
That was my favorite Sidney fight in 3 with her and Roman.
Scene. That's probably her best.
Mm-hmm.
No, that's not.
Because she was fed up. She told him. She said, I've heard all this shit before. Like, shut the fuck up. Let's go. I'm sorry.
Oh, no, you're right. So what are our final thoughts? And this is for everyone in the audience too. What are your final thoughts, final feelings of going into Scream 6, understanding the story that was before from the original trilogy to that middle standalone Scream 4 to the revitalization of the brand in Scream 5? Where do you, how do you understand it? Okay, you understand it. How do you feel going through these movies into the 6th one, Mike?
Okay. So I think the first trilogy, perfect, brilliant. Yeah. Now we are in the second trilogy. I'm looking for them to up the stakes a little bit, which I feel like we are going to get in this movie. It's in New York. They know they got to come hard. Don't give us no punk shit. I don't want nobody being safe. I want everybody to be in danger, and I hope we get that. I'm excited to see where this goes. We're talking about 6. So I'm excited to see how this ends and transitions into the next movie.
Bobby.
Yes, again, like I said earlier, I was super excited for this one. Again, New York. Also super excited because Sydney's not in it. No shade towards that. Again, just mostly focused because the new characters. Shade. No, I actually like Sydney. I'm not a hater. But yes, I'm just excited to get to know these characters. Like I said, I've seen it and I fell in love with them even more. And this is what I wanted in Scream 5. And I'm happy we got it in this one. And I'm excited to see Ghostface just kick ass and just fucking in New York City. Like, I don't know, it's just something about this movie that just I love. It's gonna be high up on the list. But I think it fits very well with the rest of the movies in this franchise, and I think a lot of people is going to enjoy it. So,
okay,
yeah.
Mark, how is this for you? What are your feelings going into it, especially with Sydney not being there, especially with this being a new city, all of those things?
I'm okay with Sydney not being in it because, you know, like I said at the beginning, you can only come after her so many times before it becomes repetitive. So I want to see the
The robot is back.
Yeah, you're giving very Star Trek right now.
Damn it. Okay, hold on. Let's try something.
No, you're good now. You
now it's that.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I just want the movie to succeed, and all people who
they won't allow him to voice his opinion.
They don't want you to
right.
Come back in.
I think he was saying, I'm happy Sydney is not in this so that the franchise can flourish on its own.
We don't
let
know if
her be gone. Yes, I think this. Was that what
my final feelings are all about Gail. Like, you know, it's about if what she's gonna do in this movie. How is she gonna be weaved in? What is her role? How is her scene? That's the first part of my thoughts going into it. The next is about Kirby, because she's been gone for so long, and why are you even here? We know you're FBI. Whoop. I'm really excited to see how these characters develop and how they show more of their lives. That's one thing I liked about the beginning. Well, about Scream 2, how it showed Randy, he was a different person in college, right? And I like that they sort of gave us that snapshot into him before he was brutally murdered in a newsman. But I want to see that from these characters. I want to see, are they dating? Are they in love? What are their majors? What are their electives that they're taking? You know, are they sororities? Are they fraternities? Is he playing sports? Those type of things speak so much about different characters, and I want to know who they are currently. So like Bobby said, fall in love with them like we didn't get a chance to in Scream 5 because they were throwaway characters until the second screening, and they decided to keep them alive. So like, it's just those type of things. And I want them to explain where Sydney is, but don't make it a thing. Like, I just text Sydney, she's fine.
Yep,
move on. Not a whole thing about nothing else. Because you can't have a bona fide Halloween without Jamie Lee.
Yeah, you have to mention her at some point. You notice, and every fucking Halloween they mention her somehow.
Yeah, so it's not newspaper articles. She's doing an interview, or she has a new book.
That's how you be really iconic.
That's how
you don't have to be there, and your presence is still felt. They're still talking about you.
Yeah, and that's all.
Not you showing up being like, it's always about me. They're always after me everywhere I go. I don't know why.
Mike, you say he was going to behave. Like,
you did so good. You did so good. And Sydney's not like that.
Talking because I'm happy.
I got you, Mark. I got you.
What did she do?
Like that, by the way. Last
the
time
next thing,
fight.
And then, you know, it's just every other day I'm being chased by some that bullshit she be doing.
Have you seen her live? What else would you feel like is happening to you all the time? Because that literally is what happens to you all of the time.
It's happened 3 times.
That's enough. That's a good place to freeze, Mark.
Exactly.
Let's see. Well, since that, that's it for the comments. Well, I think we have talked all we can about Scream 6 and what we can say at this current time before we, the collective, have seen it. So I see it. I'm going to go see it tomorrow. That's Thursday, and we will be back to talk about Scream 6 and after we watched it and loved it and all those good things. So thank you all for tuning in and coming to hang out with us as usual with your Scream Kings. I'm TaMon Kane. You can find me on Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, and Instagram. Shoot me a friend request. I'll totally confirm. Any girl slander gets blocked. And I am here all the time with my fellow kings. I'm going to throw it quickly to Bobby.
Yeah. Thanks again for this. This was a lot of fun. Thanks everybody in the comments for coming through. Yeah, but you can find me Bobby Torres with a Z, not an S, germ. On Twitter, Instagram, Bobby Likes the Spooky, and also People Under the Skiers with Mike here. And yeah.
Oh, was that too? Okay.
I guess, yeah, Mike, your turn.
This is Mike. You can find me on Twitter and Instagram at ThackerayBrinks86. Hit me up if you want to talk shit about Final Girls in a real way. And you can also find me and Bobby on the People Under the Scares podcast, where we discuss horror shit all the time. And I'm going to pass it over to my boy, Mark Stan of Sydney.
If y'all
Jemima
can hear me,
Prescott.
if you can hear me, Mark is this at the end. Mark,
you can find him at Marco Estes, In Search of Darkness by SydneyPrescott.com.
Yes.
How to Be a Final Girl in More Than Two Movies.com. And yeah. Again, thank you guys so much for oh my God. Sorry. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with us. We will see you soon to discuss way more Scream 6 stuff.
I'm
Scream
excited.
later.